We do this every day, we do this love for life. You got a smile that makes the sun rise. You make it shine. But I can see that you don't realize, and that's what made me fall in love. 'Cause you got
What's up, everybody, and welcome again into another episode of the amazing Clubhouse Chaotic Chat. We are live every Sunday night at 6 o'clock, and we're going to have some fun tonight. We've got an amazing guest. It's a Hall of Famer in the studio with us. It is Wendy B. It's going to be a blast talking with her. Can't wait to see what's going on. Special guest panelist tonight, another Hall of Famer in her own right. Annie Coog will be sitting in as Stephanie's off celebrating her birthday in the parks. So we wish her the best of fun. And Annie will be covered tonight. Angela Minta, she's going to raise the roof. She'll be having some great questions. And Monorail Mollie is here with us, ready to rock and roll as well. 3, 2, 1. Let's take it down and have some fun. Ladies, hello. Welcome in to another episode. Good to see you all.
Hello.
Boy, we're so excited. That's good Lord. I mean, Annie's here. We're supposed to pick it up. First, we'll say hello, Annie Coog. How are you tonight?
I'm good. How are you, Pete?
Good. I'm excited. Glad you're filling in. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you doing that.
I'm glad to be here.
Angela's moved her studio around. She's building a whole studio outside in a log cabin outside of her house. How are you doing? It looks great.
I'm doing good. I'm tired after doing all this.
Yeah, you can pull out a hatchet and start chopping down trees to build an office. That's what's going to happen. So glad to see you.
Right?
You look fantastic. Awesome.
Thank you,
Jen, hello. Welcome in. Good to see you.
Hello.
Are you excited to take over the role of welcoming the chat tonight?
Yes.
Okay. Well, that's good. Well, then let's get it started. Let's say hello to the chat and get things going.
Okay, here we go. Let's see how I do. Okay, here we go.
We got to wait.
Hello.
There we go.
Hello, Debbie Bernfeld, Angela Minta, Wendy B, Happy's Haunt, Kenneth H, Annie Coog, Lori Thompson, Jeannie 52573, Corby Sinclair, Space Mountain Dave, Daniel Berry, Tomorrowland Traveler, Katie Y, Jill Walkbrett, Nathan, Surfer Girl Cherie, Anne-Marie Dreher, Pino Pete, JC Skipper Brian, Marin Memphis, and Surf Bum.
Nice.
Hello.
Well, welcome in, everybody. Great to see you here.
Thanks for joining us tonight.
Yes, and make sure you're leaving comments, chatting in the chat, and hitting the like, all those good things that help drive the video. We'd appreciate it. We had a great show last week with the one and only Mr. Dad Builds. Angela, how about highlighting last week's show for everybody?
Yeah, if you didn't catch last week's episode, I highly recommend it because it's dad builds. So if mods could drop the link to last week's show, that would be awesome. We learned a lot about Chris's passion towards the American Stroke Association, along with the fact he is doing a fundraiser right now for that.
Mm-hmm.
We also discussed his pen collection, which we all know is pretty extensive, and he loves pens. He also got to know he loves to sing, and he was a coffee barista. Mm-hmm. And we also got to talk about his Carolinian heritage, including his love of NASCAR.
Love it.
Look, and Dad Builds is in chat too.
Well, there we go. Jen, we had some other people come to the chat, did we not?
Yeah. Hello, Gitchy and Disney Baker and Dad Builds. Thanks for joining.
Love it. Love it. Love it. And no, we're not stealing Dad Build's wave. We have our own wave, which is the Mickey hands. The ladies are collecting the hands. It's the newest thing we're going to be doing that they will be waving to you with Mickey because why not? That's a good thing to do. So, Annie, I mentioned at the top of the show, we got a real fun guest tonight to come in. Tell us a little bit about her.
We do, and I'm excited. This is her first time on stream.
Mhm.
So this is her debut. Tonight we get to put the face to the name of someone that we've all seen in chat. She's a powerhouse supporter of a lot of the creators, really active in the chat, quick-witted, fast on the keyboard, and she's a real loyal supporter. Tonight our guest is Wendy B.
Awesome. I'm excited to get to know Wendy B. We've seen her out there, like you said, supporting and just being a major part of what this community's doing. And that's what this show is going to do. So I'm excited about that, and we're going to have some fun. But I think before we get to Wendy B, we have a tradition here of the drink of the week, which was a great concept started. And, I was going to say, it's time to go to Angela or it's time to. No. I thought about giving Molly a second one. I said, nope. I said, why not ask our guest to do it tonight? So, Anne, how about telling us a little bit about the beverage of the week that we're going to talk about tonight?
So my beverage of the week is a peach Bellini. I am a huge fan of peaches. That's probably my go-to flavor when I order a drink. Also, the very first alcoholic beverage that I ordered in a restaurant. I was with my mom. I felt very sophisticated ordering a peach Bellini. Simple to make. It has prosecco. I'm not saying that right, probably. A pureed peach, and then usually a little splash of like grenadine or something for color, and really simple to make and very tasty.
Oh,
Girls, have you tried this drink before?
I haven't tried it, but it sounds amazing. You had me at Prosecco, but I mean,
Okay.
I've actually had a frozen one before. So,
Ooh.
yeah,
Wow.
same but different. Yeah, it was good. I like peach. I love peaches, peach flavor, peach whatever. So
I love the color on it is when you get a drink like that, it kind of it pops a little bit, gets you things going. So
It's just so inviting.
I like it. I like it. Jen,
I like
anybody
it.
else?
Yeah.
Anybody else coming in the chat? I know we've had people come in.
yeah, I want to say hi to David T. David T came in, fans of Green Bay Packers, and Fred O'Malley.
Nice. Jen will be keeping.
Thanks for coming in.
Thank you. Jen will be keeping track throughout the night as we go along, as we have some new friends come over. Let's get over and have some fun with a little Q&A. I like to do that. Oh, don't stick on me. All right, well, it's stuck on me. I don't know why it's stuck, but we're going over to Q&A. It's sizzling Q&A. Annie came in and got things all fired up. Now buttons are stinging, so sticking there. So it is one of those nights. Okay. It's good stuff. Let's have some fun. The spicy questions. I always love doing this with you guys because it's interesting to see what you'll come up with on the answers. So let's start with Angela as the lead here. And, of course, all of the ladies will answer. Angela, if you could erase one past experience from your life, what would it be?
Actually going through with getting married to my ex.
Whoa, okay. Well, there. Broom, right up. Get out the broom. We're going to kill it. Okay. Great way to start the show.
Mm-hmm.
Jen, I'll come down to you. One experience.
College.
Really? Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, didn't really serve a purpose.
Okay. Got you a paper degree and then you moved on and do your
That's
thing.
about it. Mm-hmm.
Annie, how about you?
Yeah.
How about you?
Oh man. I might say playing tennis in high school.
Oh.
My brother was the #1 doubles on varsity, and I was like the last one on JV. So it wasn't my jam.
Okay, good. Okay, I like it. Good answers. Interesting. And how about you start this one up? Of all the people in the room, who do you disagree with most frequently? So the people in the room would be all of us or the chat. All of us or the chat. You can pick somebody. Who would it be?
Or the chat. Oh man, I hadn't thought about the chat.
All of us or the chat.
I'm gonna have to go with you. I'm just gonna stick with those of us on screen. And I love the ladies that are here. I mean, I really don't disagree much with any of you, I think, but I guess of the most, it would be you.
Oh, well, fantastic. Angela, your turn.
Because Jen's always right.
Actually, I think I'm gonna have to go with you as well, Pete.
What
Because
the? Oh.
well, that reaction right there. It's just stirring the pot right there.
I don't even want to go because I know I'm going to go 3 for 3 and I don't even have to go down again. Go ahead, Jen.
Well, Annie Coog and I share a brain, so it's not her. And Angela Minta's my girl, so it's not her. So
I'd like to point out there was a whole chat. I just want to put, next question. I don't like this segment anymore.
The only way it wouldn't be you is if Steve was in the chat, and he's not, so it has to be.
Yeah.
Wow! I don't like this segment anymore. I want to vote to move this segment out of the segment thing.
Jen's not wrong. She's not wrong.
She doesn't need help. All right, Jen, good gravy. How old were you when your parents had the talk?
You know, they never gave me the talk. I learned it all in the streets.
If your mom's
Believe
watching,
it or not.
okay, if your mom's watching, she sometimes watches our show. Can you tomorrow please have the talk with Jen so we can check that box off? Angela, when did you have the talk?
It was around 4th grade. I do remember that much. I don't remember how old I was.
I almost had a heart attack. I almost
8 or 9.
thought you were going to say it was about 4:30. I was almost about to have a heart attack.
No.
Okay, 4th grade. Okay, I'm terrified to find out here. Here we go, Ann.
So same brain. I didn't have the talk officially. I just kind of figured out things on my own or from my friends.
Okay, so if Annie Coog's mom's watching, I need you to have a talk with Ann tomorrow too. Please, Tomorrowland Traveler. Oh my God. $50
Oh my
super
goodness.
chat. Thank you so much. Lovely
Tomorrowland
to
Traveler.
Thank you, Triple T.
Thank you, Tomorrowland Traveler.
That's very generous of you.
Thank you so much. Hearts in the chat for Tomorrowland Traveler.
Yes, hearts for Tomorrowland.
And I also want to say hello to Tiki Man Fan and O'Connell. Thanks for coming in.
Awesome. Great job, Jen.
And Baker.
And Baker. So hearts in the chat for Tomorrowland Traveler. And apparently I need help because I'm on everybody's list. So with that, why not get out of this segment because I'm not sure I ever want to do it again. And let's get ready to get to our guest. It is one amazing lady joining 3 others on the screen. Is my transition going to work tonight? There we go. Wendy B, welcome in. Thank you for joining. Look at that. Is that the Jedi mind trick? Or are you trying to put it on me too tonight? Am I in trouble? Welcome in.
Hey, thank you for having me. This is really exciting.
We're so glad you're here. I thank you for joining and making this a quartet of amazing women on the screen. It's going to be a great interview. I know the chat can't wait to find out more about you and the ladies as well. Annie, I know you feel that way.
Yes, thank you for joining us. I'm so excited to learn more about you.
That's going to be
Thanks,
good.
Anne.
Angela?
I'm excited that we get to put a face with the name now. And also, too, that you were one of our top desired guests, actually, for Triple C's.
Mm-hmm.
That's
wow.
true. When we put it out there to the chat, that's right, Angela. That's a great call out. When we put it out there to the chat, you were one of the names that came back many times. I hope you could interview Wendy B. Your friend Gitchy's on that list too, so I'm not done with her, chasing her down as well. So it's good.
Yeah.
So, I love it. So Jen, take it and run with it. Let's go.
All right. Well, everyone here is so excited to finally have you on the show. But for those meeting you for the first time tonight, can you just start off by telling us just a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, I'm Wendy B, and I'm married to Tony B, and we have 2 kids. They're grown. My son Reese is about 20. He's 24, and my daughter Reagan is 21. She's in her last year of college. Reese has graduated. And we live a little south of Atlanta, like pretty good enough distance south of Atlanta in Georgia. And we've been married. Tony and I have been married for 26 years. And he's a German dude. And I found him in Peachtree City, the town next door.
Tell us a little bit about that family German background, because I know it's come up in the chat a few times about your German background and German food and German towns. Tell us a little bit about that German connection.
Well, when I had never been out of the country until I met Tony, and when I refer back to when we were dating, I was in my mid to late 20s, because we didn't get married till I was like 29. So I met him over here. He had moved over here to work for a company, and it was only supposed to be for 3 months or 6 months max. And then we met, and then he didn't go back. So my first European trip was over to Germany to meet his family, because his whole family is still there. He's the only one that came here. So yeah, now I've got some half German kids.
Real quick, I want to say hello to Mary Carroll for coming in. Hello to you and your cats. Hello to Kofa Creative Studio. Thanks for joining us. And Zippity Doo Doug, thanks for coming in. Speaking of German, you know any German of the German language? Any German words? Any German words you can say on screen?
So that's the thing. I took this German class. German's really hard to learn. And I would say at this point, Steve can speak more German than I can. I only learned all of the words that I cannot say on the string.
Oh,
Those are real easy.
Oops.
Are
Especially
any of
when
us
you hear 'em a
surprised to
lot.
hear that? Anybody surprised? No, nobody's surprised to hear that.
no, not at all. Not at all.
I think when you were talking to Pete, you had mentioned that you were a pioneer in heavy duty machine sales. You want to elaborate on that with your career?
Yeah, so I was a stay-at-home mom for a long time because Tony had to travel so much for work. But before that, I did have a career, a good one, and it was really weird. I worked for a heavy construction equipment company. They sold, it was basically a junkyard for like Caterpillar equipment, Euclid, stuff like that. And I was a bookkeeper, and the sales manager came over to me one day and he goes, "You can sell parts." And I said, "No, I can't. I've never sold a thing in my life." He goes, "You don't know it yet, but you can sell, and we're going to teach you how to do it." And they did. And back then in that industry, I could count on one hand how many women were doing what I was trained to do and learned how to do. And it was really cool because like they taught me how the machinery works, and I had to learn all of that stuff. And so you would get a guy that's been, at wherever he works in construction for 20 something years, and he gets this chick on the phone. He thinks you're not going to know anything about anything, and then you prove him wrong, and then he's my customer for the next 5 years.
Nice.
So it was really
Nice.
it was a good good money.
That's great. Yeah, that's great.
That's awesome.
Now, one thing we know is that you're proud of your Georgia roots. So can you tell us a little bit about being a proud Georgian?
Well, when I was younger in high school, like I couldn't wait to get out of Georgia. I was like, I'm getting out of this hick town, out of here. And then in the late 80s, I think everybody from Ohio started moving here. Like everybody was coming, and I swear they were all from Ohio. And sorry, Jen. But and then I don't know. I guess I didn't. When I had the opportunity, like to grow up and get out, I realized I didn't want to leave my mom and dad, and so I stayed, and I absolutely have no regrets about it. I love this state. We have mountains. We have the ocean. We have one beach, and I'm 6.5 hours away from Orlando, and 5 hours away from any Panhandle beach that I was just at last week. So
Nice.
it's a good place to be.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of Disney, Orlando, you and your husband started going there when you were dating. So how much has Disney influenced you in your relationship and in your life?
It's a big influence because when I met him, he had only been to Disney Paris and he wasn't impressed with it. And I was like, dude, you got to see what they got going on down in Orlando. And so I took him there, and I think before that trip was over, he looked at me and said, "When can we come back?" And so we started going. And I mean, like my second or third trip with him, I guess my third trip with him, maybe, I was pregnant. I mean, I went pregnant because I was like, there's 1,000 things I can do other than thrill rides. We just love the resorts. We love just we love the bubble, and it's just been we've been blessed that we were able to indoctrinate or raise our children on Disney movies, so that they were invested
Yep.
in the stories and the characters. And my children to this day will hop in a car and just do a weekend off property at Disney or sometimes Universal.
Nice.
That's nice. That's real nice. I think a lot of us can say that about our kids. They
It's
picked
pretty
it up
great.
from us. I want to say hello to AAA Sparkles who came in, and also Nathan Rita. Thank you. And with that, I'm going to hand it over to Angela.
Yes, so we're going to talk a little bit about your love of cooking, which is a fun, amazing detail about you. Why don't you tell us a little bit about it?
When Tony and I first got married, he'll tell you today that he said everything that I made was a casserole. So I had to learn how to not make casseroles. And then it just got fun and it got interesting because I would just try to challenge myself and, do better. And I enjoyed it. It was something I really enjoyed because I love eating. So I better learn how to cook it. And it's really funny. Donna's cooking right now, and she just did my cracked pretzel recipe. And it's so sweet that she did that.
Awesome. That is awesome. So I understand your husband's mom was a great cook and big influence. So tell me a little bit more about that.
Yeah, she's passed away, so if I get a little misty, I'm sorry. Her and I could not. The older generation Germans, a lot of them don't speak any English, and I didn't speak any German. And so when Tony wasn't around, and that was a lot because he was out they have a dairy farm, his family does. And so he would be out in the barn doing stuff or whatever.
Mhm.
And here are me and his mom in the kitchen cleaning, because I would help and do whatever I could as much as I could. And I would offer to help her prep dinner or whatever. She would make special meals when we were coming. She knew that I loved sauerbraten, so she would make that for me. I loved her sauerbraten. And she would always make a goose when Tony would come because he didn't get one at Christmas over here in the States. So she would always make sure he got a Christmas goose when we came over. And we just had some really, it's funny, without being able to speak the same language, we were very bonded, I think, because of it. And we would sit there and we would crack ourselves up trying to explain what the other one meant to each other, just using hand signals or pointing or grabbing ingredients or, whatever. And I wish that I could have spoken with her. I mean, and Tony translated a lot, of course, but those moments that her and I had, that just the two of us trying to figure it out, those were priceless to me. And they were always in the kitchen.
Yeah, some of the best core memories can be had in there for sure. Speaking of family, I hear a family member has been to Club 33.
Ooh, my son, Reese, his company is based in Anaheim. And so they have an annual Christmas party out there. And one of the partners in his firm found out that Reese is a Disney head. And this guy is so nice and he loves Disney. And he got so excited when he found out that Reese was a big Disney fan and had never been to Disneyland before. And he's a Club 33 member. He got a reservation for my son, and he took his girlfriend with him. And he got him a dinner reservation and got the best table in the restaurant, had a bottle of wine for them at their table.
Wow.
I mean,
Oh, wow.
What are the odds of this happening?
Mhm.
And then the second year, last year when he went, the guy got him another. He didn't get him the bottle of wine, I don't think, but he got them the reservation and was just thrilled. Oh, and then they got the passes, the Club 33 passes. They didn't have to wait in any line at all. They go straight to the front. I didn't know that was a thing.
What?
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's awesome.
That boy.
Wow.
That boy,
Oh, wow.
Nice.
Talk about getting some major pixie dust going on.
I'm telling you, I've never.
That's amazing.
So let's move into some talk about the ornaments. So I hear you like collecting ornaments, especially holiday ornaments.
Yeah, I don't buy a lot of Disney stuff. I try to buy practical, so I collect coffee mugs and stuff. But I'm an ornament nerd. I've been a Hallmark collector for a long time, a lot of Disney ones, and I couldn't find my favorite one. I'm going to have to tell you about it, and I'll be quick. So we were a flag family at Wilderness Lodge one year, and they give you a little certificate when you get to raise. They don't do it anymore, but back when you could raise the flag, and I swear Reese was like 3 years old when we did this. And they give you a certificate, and in the gift shop there, they were selling this little. It's like a little suede patch with a leather strap on it, and it had the Wilderness Lodge emblem, like stamped on it. And I think it had coins in it. So I bought that and gave the coins to the kids, and then folded up the certificate and put it in the pouch. And every single year that hangs on my Christmas tree. And one year we dressed my daughter up because she was bald till she was like 3. I was too. It just runs in our family. So I had to make her look like a little girl. So I put her in that Minnie Mouse dress with the tulle underneath it and all that. And I put look at these. I put these little shoes on her.
Aww,
Not the cutest things.
that's so cute.
Every year I just rest these on a branch on my Christmas tree. Those are her little shoes from her trip.
Aww.
Oh my gosh.
That's cool.
That is so adorable.
And everything, it doesn't have to be an ornament you buy. It can just be things like that. And I'm a freak about Mary Blair art. I love color, and I just love it. So I tend to gravitate to a lot of Small World stuff. So I think it's 2019. I got this little ornament, Small World, and look at the back of it.
Oh wow!
And then on it. So anyway, then on it, there's these 2 little keys that I did. Tony and I one year did Keys to the Kingdom tour, and they give you these little pins. So every year those hang just like that with that ornament. And then my last one is my favorite Disney short is the little tin dude, right?
Aww.
It was the short at the beginning of Toy Story, which was the first Pixar movie that I think was their first big Pixar movie. But look how scared this little dude is. That baby did not want to hurt him, but look how scared he is. Anyway, Tin Toy was that short.
So adorable. Thank you so much for sharing all that. Thank you for sharing those. So before we throw it to Anne, let's go back to Pete.
You're coming back. You're coming back to me for a quick second here, because someone wanted to say a quick hello, so I'm going to let her go ahead and do that. Go ahead from the outdoor line.
Hello, everybody.
It's Miss Stephanie Kiel from down in the park. You wanted to at least say hello to our guest and thank her for coming on.
Hey, guys.
So.
Hey, Wendy. Hey,
Hey, girl.
Hi. I miss you guys.
Well, we miss you too. We're hope you're having a good time for your birthday celebration.
We are. We're packing up the car. We're in the parking lot at Hollywood Studios. We just left, and we're getting everything ready so we can drop off the rental car and take our stuff in the airport.
Well, you guys be safe. We look forward to hearing all about it when you get back.
Well, thank you, and I'll be watching and listening. You guys are doing great. Wendy, I wish I could have been there. Just say hi, but here I am, so.
We love it.
Happy birthday.
Everybody
Thank you so
says
much.
happy birthday. Talk to you soon, Steph.
Okay, bye, y'all.
Talk to Stephanie in the chat, everybody. She'll be in the chat hanging out. With that, let me throw it over. I want to hear some more about Wendy B. So, Anne, it's you. You're up.
All right. So, Wendy, let's chat a little more Disney. Can you tell us about your love of people watching when you're in the parks?
Yes. So on my last trip, I had this cutest little story. I don't have grandbabies, and I want some grandbabies, right? So I mean, I've always loved watching people anyway. But on my last trip, and the last two trips, I guess, I'm enamored with the littles, like just the littles that are seeing it for the first time or just believing in all of it. You know, that magic that I got to see my kids experience. And we were sitting on a boat in the land, and I was behind this family, and as we're going through, the brother and sister are pointing at things, and she's going, "That's not real," and he's going, "That's real," and she's going, "That's not real," and he's going, "That's not real." And because they were, trying to figure out, the mystique.
Mm-hmm.
And as soon as the boat enters where the greenhouse is, and it's the big greenhouse roof and everything, the boy goes, "Mama, we are in the Epcot." I mean,
Oh,
I love that. That's awesome. I love that.
I think
So
he thought it was
cute.
inside Spaceship Earth. I don't know. But it was
that's
just one
so
of my,
cute.
to
Mhm.
be able to witness little moments like that, I mean, that is everything to me.
Oh, that's so precious. Oh, thank you for sharing that with us. Oh. So you've been to Florida many times, about 15 to 20, it sounds like. Do you have any plans of going to visit the California parks or any of the international parks in the future?
I really don't. I would love to go to Disneyland because it's the OG. And actually, my friend, who's also in a lot of chats, Lori Thompson, she's going to go for the first time in November or something. She's going for a work trip, but she's extending it into the weekend so that she can go see the park too.
Nice.
But one day I'll get out there, but I don't have a plan.
Mhm.
Okay. Well, that's very exciting for Lori, and hopefully someday it'll work into your schedule.
It will.
So let's talk a few more things Disney. I'm going to ask you some questions about your favorites. So kind of a little speed round thing.
All right.
What is your favorite park?
Epcot. The Epcot.
The
Yeah.
That's so cute. And how about your favorite character?
Jiminy Cricket, no contest.
Oh, that's a good one. I like Jiminy. When I was little, that was like my little swear word. If I couldn't say it, I would be like, "Ah, Jiminy Cricket." Sorry, side note. What is your favorite Disney restaurant?
Okay. It's gonna be Sanaa.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Mm.
okay.
We love Sanaa.
Do you eat there every time you go?
Almost every time. Yeah.
What would you say is the most romantic location in the parks?
In the parks.
Mm-hmm. Or on Disney property?
Okay. Well, I'm gonna have to go Disney property. For me. It is Port Orleans Resort, and mostly the Riverside part of it. It's just if that is, to me, that's romance right there. The grounds, the lighting at night, it's stunning.
Nice.
Very nice.
Good choice.
What would be your favorite location to people watch?
Main Street, USA.
Ooh. So on that kind of note, sticking with Magic Kingdom, what's your favorite place in the Magic Kingdom to watch the parade?
I like to watch it over at Frontierland, where they shoot the guns, because you
Me
get like a
too.
big platform to sit. It's a good viewing area. You can catch some shade over there. I like it there.
Good call out.
Mm-hmm. So we already kind of covered restaurants, but do you have a favorite table service specifically? Would that be Sanaa?
Yes, I guess it's table service. Geyser Point.
Ooh.
Oh, good call out.
Yeah, I like Geyser
Because
too.
of the view, you can be in all the crazy over there at Magic Kingdom, and you can hop a boat, and you can go spend an hour and a half and eat a lunch. And when you go into Geyser Point or sit down, I mean, your blood pressure just goes.
Ooh, that sounds lovely.
Mhm.
Awesome.
And what would be your favorite quick service restaurant?
Oh, God. I had this. I know this. Well, my husband's is Harambe Market, and it's kind of a bone of contention because we have to eat there every time, so he can watch that train go behind it, right? And I'm like,
Yeah.
Sushi canteen, let's go to the canteen. And he's like, no, Harambe Market. So my favorite is Harambe Market.
Okay.
Love it.
All right. So I think we're going to switch over to Pete for some spicy questions now.
Well, two things before I hit spicy real quick. Do it very quickly. One, make sure if you're just coming in for the first time that you're aware that we have a Triple C Instagram. We can drop that link. We'll also talk about it at the end of the show. So make sure you're following over there. That's where a lot of our prizes are announced when we do them. Secondly, if you're new coming in for the first time, hit that like tonight for the ladies. They're doing a killer job and an amazing guest as well. And if you're new to me, hit that subscribe so you can find these ladies every Sunday night. Jen, I think before I do some spices, do we have some other people coming in?
Yeah. A lot of people came in during that segment, so we'll make sure we welcome you in. Sebastian the Crab, Rachel's Adventures, Ride the Teacups, Jonathan Chong, Christie's Corner, Julie Young, Connie Rathburn, T. Marie's Place, Lila Rose, Dave Stragand, and Stephanie Kiel, and Tim Rempel.
Nice. Awesome.
Well,
Welcome.
thanks for coming in.
Welcome, everybody, to the Triple C Hangout. Let's get to some spicy questions because this is going to be good. My goal this segment is not to be the butt of the jokes as you guys do it. So let's try to have some fun with this one and see what happens. God knows it probably won't happen. Oh, God. Jen, you're going to start it up. This makes me nervous. Go ahead.
No, it's tame. I promise.
Okay.
It's tame.
All right.
Okay, Wendy. Are there any fairy tales that you still believe in?
I believe in all of them.
Ooh.
Good
I'm
answer.
my life feels like a fairy tale. I'm blessed.
Aw.
So I believe in all
Wendy,
of them.
that's awesome. That's awesome, Wendy. I love that. I love that answer. How about you, Annie? Annie Coog?
Oh, I'm going to go with Cinderella and Prince Charming. That's just my... It's kind of an inside joke, but I definitely married my Prince Charming.
Okay. Nice.
Aw, that's sweet too. Okay, Angela.
Yes, I kind of do, but yeah. Fairy tales can happen. Fairy tales can happen.
Fairy tales can happen.
They
So you
can.
just believe in,
Yes,
in all
Fairy
of them.
tales can happen.
They can.
Okay.
Yes, they can.
Okay.
Yes,
What-
they can.
What about you, Miss Monorail?
Oh, I have to answer too?
Oh, yes, ma'am. The chat would like to know.
Well, yeah, I think if you have it in your heart, you can still believe in any fairy tale. So yeah,
Great.
I'm gonna piggyback on Wendy and say, yeah, all the fairy tales.
I love it. Some great answers there. Fantastic. Anne, how about you take the next one? Where are we going with Anne? Are we
All right. Well, it's not very Disney-esque, but...
Oh, boy. Okay.
Are you ready, Wendy? If you could choose between eating a grasshopper or grass, what would you choose?
What kind of crazy
Do
question?
I look like Jeff? Do I look like Jeff?
I look like Jeff. Well, that's a great answer.
You don't look like
Grasshopper.
Jeff.
I like lemongrass in my Asian recipes. I have eaten grass. I will eat grass.
Okay. Interesting. Okay. That's great. All
All
right.
right, Jen, how about you? Grasshopper
Absolutely
or grass?
Grass. Yep. There's no way
Angela,
that
what do you
grasshopper is
feel
getting
about-
anywhere close
Yeah,
to my
no.
lips.
Right?
Mm-mm.
No,
Are you pro-grass, Angela?
I am pro grass.
Yeah, I would have to say the same. I remember eating grass as a kid occasionally.
Okay.
I would definitely do it again if I was faced with a grasshopper instead. So yeah,
Alright.
no competition.
I like it. I like it. Good answers. Okay. Well, that we went from tame to a little bit wacky. Who knows where we're going? Miss Minter, it's your turn.
Okay, Wendy, if you could get married again, which Disney social community person would you pick to officiate your wedding?
So if you could renew your vows or get married again, who from our Disney community is going to be the overseer of the ceremony? I can't wait to hear this answer. Let's go.
Well, first of all, so that people aren't offended, that my purview of influencers in this, it's very limited. So I don't want to make anybody mad. But in all seriousness, if I were renewing vows or getting married, I would, this is going to be really not funny, but sincere. It would probably be, it would be Steve or Dad Fields, because I know that they would take it seriously, and that would be something that I would take seriously.
Awesome. I love that.
They're good guys, and they would take it the way it needed to be taken.
They are good guys. Okay. All right. Interesting. Anne, go next.
Well, now I feel a little bit guilty about the answer I was going to pick because I was thinking on the funny side. So I would totally have Jeff from Diz Our Dream because that would be a hoot no matter what happened. Yeah, I think everything would get done, but it would be entertaining as it happened.
I think I would agree with that. You take this person, you take that person, go get some. Can somebody give me something to eat? I think that's how it would go. So that would be good. And you'd have a doinker or something there with you or something. I don't know. Yeah. That would be interesting. Jen?
I would pick Josh from Resort TV 1.
Okay.
And I would pick him because he was the very first person from the community that I found on YouTube. So, he's the one that brought me into this. So I would pick him for sentimental reasons.
I like it. Okay, good. Making notes. Angela, yours?
That was a good option there. You do have the Steve, and Jeff was on my list too, but I also got to throw out Gonzo or VP. Would probably be pretty good ones too.
I love it. I love it. All right, let's get in and get back into the business here. I know that our guest loves resorts, has a lot of fond memories at some of the resorts. So I'm looking to talk a little bit resorts and hear what the ladies have to say. Let's jump over to here. Annie, you want to lead off this segment?
Yes. All right. Wendy, let's chat resorts a little bit. We already touched the surface a little bit on that. So we know when you go to Disney, you can stay either on property or off property. What is your preference?
If I can afford it, it's on. I love the bubble. I love the advantage of their transportation, not having to drive everywhere. To me, that's golden.
So when you're looking for a resort, what are your deciding factors? Are you looking location, amenities, price? How do you base your decision off of that?
A lot of it's location, a lot of it's price. There's a reason that I've never stayed at the Poly or Animal Kingdom Lodge or Grand Flow. So it's location and price. We usually end up staying a lot at the Dolphin because my husband gets travel discounts through hotels.com, so we can get rewards. It's a Marriott property. You get the points, and you can't beat the location. So we're often there. The last couple of trips we've taken, though, we have done the Grand Destino Tower, and we really love it. And not all the time, but it's not crazy expensive, but yeah. That's where we go.
Love it.
All right. Very good. And you mentioned this one a little bit earlier when I believe you were talking about your most romantic spot on property was Disney Port Orleans Riverside, correct? So that has a special place in your heart. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, when the first time I took Tony there, it was Dixie Landings back then. That's how old I am. and we that was where we stayed. And I'll just, man, it's just beautiful. And as a matter of fact, I was looking at booking it again for the October trip that I was supposed to take that we ended up having to cancel. But I have every intention of going back and visiting that resort. It's just so pretty.
Mhm.
Love it.
I agree with that. I've
And
eaten
you
there.
know, Bob's
I've,
over there, y'all.
Yeah, right.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, Angela, do you have some resort questions for Wendy?
I certainly do. You've stayed at the Fort Wilderness Lodge cabins. Tell us about that experience.
Now, I haven't stayed at those fancy cabins. I stayed at I don't know what they're called, but they're the log cabins, the trailer cabins. I didn't get to
Mhm.
stay, but we absolutely loved them. It was my family, my brother's family. This was years ago, and my cousin's family, and we had like 3 log cabins side by side, and it was so much fun because the kids were young, so we were grilling out. Anytime I stay at a resort that has a kitchen, I take a crock pot. You throw your dinner in it before you leave to go to the parks. You come back, dinner's ready. We loved it because the campfire thing there with the kids thought we were really staying in log cabins, and we were grilling out, and you could take walks there, and it's a really awesome little Disney rustic kind of place to stay.
Awesome, awesome. You've also done the RV park there as well, correct?
I haven't done it yet. The only thing I did was the cabins, but it is
Mhm.
on my list, and we've walked it before because we used to have a fifth wheel, okay, and we don't have it anymore, and we miss camping. But our kids grew up going camping, and one of my future trips, I hope for next year, is to do that one of those services where you can rent the camper and they bring it, drop it off, and you just show up. I mean, how great is that? You don't even have to go to the dump station.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You
Mhm.
do it all. So
And then
I really
yeah,
want to
and
do
then
that.
have you been able to go through and drive around and see any of the decorations there at the RV lots or anything when you were staying there?
Yeah, that's a big thing to do for me when I'm camping is I call it looking at other people's business. Like I will walk through a campground like nobody's business because well that's what you do. That's what you do, y'all. You want to make sure that if somebody's got something, if they're doing something better, then you want to do it too. And I advise that if you're going to do it, you go when it's still daylight, but when you know dusk is coming, because when dusk hits, they turn on the lights inside their camper. So not only can you see what they got going on the outside, you can see what they got going on the inside. I mean,
I
you
love it.
might
I
see
love it. I
something
love it.
unique. You might see something
That
unique.
You're
is
my
so,
people.
Awesome.
I love it.
that is
I love it.
awesome.
That's the Wendy's
Y'all,
bee
camping
spice
is
we were
the
all waiting
bomb.
for.
Yep. That's what
Nice.
we were.
Yep.
So I think Jen is going to talk about some dining.
Yeah, let's just talk about dining a little bit. I know you mentioned that you like Sanaa, and well, we know how you feel about the Harambe market, so we won't bring that up again. Or should I say,
Not
we've
bad.
talked about.
It's just like, can we do something different?
Okay, so we've talked enough about Harambe Market. What are some of your other favorite places that you like to eat when you're there?
Well, on my last trip with Lori, we discovered the Grand Floridian Cafe. I had never eaten there.
Hmm.
And then when Tony and I went after that trip, I took him there and he was impressed with it too. That was really good. Um, Let me tell you about it if you want to go to a fancy place
Mhm.
that's off the radar is and oh god, it was so good. A mare at the top of the Swan Reserve.
Really?
It's
Ooh.
fancy food, but it was, man, it was delicious. And Lori and I did flying fish. That was really good. I mean, I don't care if I'm going out to a restaurant and somebody else is cooking it and cleaning it. I'm good.
Yes.
You're not wrong. You are not wrong.
No, she is
real quick,
not wrong.
I know she's not wrong. Real quick, I want to say hello to Kay Wilby. Thanks for coming in, Kay Wilby. With the holidays close, what are some of your seasonal must-dos at the resorts?
For the Christmas holidays, it is hands down the gingerbread houses. Because when I was little, I always wanted to build them, and I never did. But anyways, just to go in and not just the one at the Grand Flow, which is fantastic, but the one, the carousel. You know, that's really a must do for me. And I love to look at the decorations at the Grand Destino Tower. Those are, there's a lot to see there.
Okay. Good.
Really.
Mental note on that one. That's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, I hadn't thought of that. We'll be going down these holidays, so I need to know these things.
Get over there now. It's just really stunning.
So, if you could wake up in a Polynesian bungalow on a holiday morning, what holiday would you want it to be?
I guess I would say, God, any day I could wake up in one of those bungalows. I'll take it. But I think maybe 4th of July, so I could see the fireworks.
I was thinking that same thing. That'd be a great spot. Sit in the bungalow and watch the fireworks right from your bungalow. Oh, that would be so awesome.
And not be in the
That's
madness.
good.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Exactly. All right, Pete.
All right. Well, first, before we go to our next segment, real quick here and pull things all together tonight and tidy it all up, I want to remind everybody that later tonight, Dad Builds will be going live. They're gonna watch Knock at a Cabin. Hashtag I love Dad Builds, but I will not be there. I don't need to be terrified. I get terrified enough as is. So I think I'll pass on that. But you can check out Dad Builds 9 o'clock time frame. He does a great job with all of his stuff. So check out our good friend Dad Builds. All right, we're going to pull in this train and pull this all together tonight here as we tidy things up here a little bit. I guess we'll first do a little quick recap of tonight. Jen, what all do we have on a recap for tonight?
Well, I think you can all agree that this was an awesome show. We're so happy that Wendy B joined us. We learned of her incredible German heritage and her connections to Germany. We learned about her cooking stories and how she shares that passion with her family. Yeah. We learned about all of her favorites in all of the Disney universe. We learned all about Christmas and her ornaments and what she loves at the resorts. So many great things. Wendy, thank you for being with us today. We also learned about an awesome new drink from Annie Coog, the Peach Bellini. So what I want to do is encourage everyone, leave a comment with your thoughts on the drink of the week. Leave your comment about anything you saw today on the show. You never know when we might bring a surprise giveaway into the mix. So make sure you keep those comments coming and follow us on our Instagram so that you'll be eligible to win a prize.
Can we talk Wendy B into a Peach Bellini?
You know, it's funny because, like, I'm a Prosecco kind of girl, and I've never had that before. It sounds really, really... And I'm a Georgia peach.
It's delicious.
We got to figure that out. So I love it. Jen, I believe we had some suggested channels, right? We did have suggested channels.
Yes.
So that is going to be Annie Coog, the handle. Yes.
Yep. So each week we ask our special guest to give us the name of 3 channels that they would like to promote in the community. And Wendy, you gave us Pepper Tree Villa, Kyle Palo, and Disney Nerd Herders.
Yeah.
Can you tell us about Disney Nerd Herders?
Yes, they're brand new and starting out. It's a married couple that live down there, and I mean, they are really, really just starting out, and I just really enjoy. It's Stacy and I forget his name.
Charlie.
Please. Charlie. They're just really sweet people. They're good people. I just enjoy them.
Awesome. Thank you. And how about Kyle Palo?
So Kyle Palo is like one of the bigger ones I watch, and it was, again, going back to Lori. I didn't know who he was, and neither did she. And on one of our trips, she ran into him at the park. He was vlogging or filming, whatever, and she asked what his channel was, and she started watching it, and then she encouraged me to watch it. I like him because he's wholesome. He's like Wisconsin cheesehead, young kid. He's just wholesome, y'all. I mean, his family is fantastic. He's just cute. It's fun watching him not only like just grow in what he decides to do with his channel, but his life grow.
Awesome. And can you tell us a little bit about Pepper Tree Villa?
Well, Pepper Tree is just everything. Donna turned me on to them, and they've got all the things. And it started for me with them because of the ornament. They are crazy Christmas, like crazy Christmas, and they are Hallmark collectors as well. But they do fun stuff. They do like cocktails. They do cooking. They do what's new at Trader Joe's, and then there's a crafting segment sometimes with Sherry. It's a really great little show, and they're based out of California.
Cool.
Great
All right, thank you. And we would encourage everybody to check out those 3 different channels, give them some watch times, see what you think. And I'm going to switch on over to Angela.
Oh.
All right. So next week we have. You never know what's going to come out of our guests next week. Next week we have Hall of Famers. They're park enthusiasts. They go live from the parks 3 times a week. Occasionally we get bathroom mishaps from them. You never know what you're going to get from them. He's Jeff, she's Angela, and they are Dessert Dream.
No way!
Hall of Famers will be joining us next week, committed in. Now, the thing is, here's what I have to say, and throwing this out. We know what we're going to get with Diz Our Dream. What I highly encourage you guys to do for our guests. Jeff is 100% committed. Angela's trying to work it out. As they're live this week, tell them you want to see them both over here on Triple C in the seats with the ladies. Encourage them both to be here. We'd love to see them. I know Angela's got some stuff going on with the kids. They're trying to work it all out. I hope they can. Jeff will definitely be here. Angela's going to try to make it. I hope that they do. I think it would be awesome. But we know we'll get some antics with Jeff. So, yes, I want to remind everybody about the Triple C as well. Also, with the ladies are right there. Our Instagram has been doing very well. That's where we give away our prizes. That's where we update you on what the ladies have going in their life. If you're not following the Triple C Instagram, you're going to miss out on those opportunities. And there will be another giveaway coming up soon. We got another great giveaway. We've got another mug up there that I think we're going to work out. I'll get with the ladies and we'll work that out. I want to say thank you first to our amazing guest for being here. Special thanks to Wendy B tonight. Wendy, when we first started talking about this, you were like, I don't know, a little nervous, but you know what? You were spectacular. The chat was hot all night. They were so excited. I loved watching them react to your responses. So I love the fact that you're here, and I want to say thank you personally myself. And obviously, I want to throw it around the room because I know the ladies would love to have a final thought with you as well. So I'll start up top with our guest interviewer tonight. Ann, final thought.
Wendy, I just wanted to say that it was finally nice to put a face to the name, meet you kind of in person, and get to know you a little bit better. Thanks for joining us tonight.
Love it. Angela?
It was really truly amazing to actually be able to sit and talk with you a little bit more and interact with you. It was so much fun. So fun.
Love it.
Thank you.
Jen?
Y'all are too nice.
You know, Wendy, you are one of my most favorite people to see in the chats. And to have you here on the show with us just warms my heart. I'm so happy you agreed to do that. I hope this is just the start of us seeing you on stream more. So we'd love to see you on the streams more. So don't be shy.
Wendy, before I throw it to you for a final thought, I echo that sentiment. I'd love to see you more on streams. I told you when we were talking privately beforehand how much you mean to me in this community, for what you've done, for how you support people, for the love that you bring, for the happiness that you bring with the people that surround you, like, Gitchy and, Julie, all these other people that love you, Nicole and everything. Hopefully we can get Gitchy in here sitting with us one day as well, because I think she'd be spectacular as well to get to know. But I just want to say again, I love all that you do, and it's your final thought for the show tonight.
Well, first of all, y'all are way too complimentary. That makes me a little uncomfortable. But thank you. It's so kind, and I really do appreciate it. And Pete, for you to have even asked me to do this, you're such a pillar in the community. And ladies, Annie Coog, I've been watching you for a long time in chats and seeing you on streams. And Molly, I don't know what it is, but I hit it off with you right off the bat the first time I saw you in a stream. And Angela, I've only just gotten to know you and Stephanie too a little bit more recently, but it's just been fun. I love the format of the show. I love the fact I love what y'all are doing with this. It's a lot of fun, and I just can't believe that. Thanks for asking me.
You did great. The chat loved it. They all were happy to talk to you tonight. We found out that apparently I irritate everybody, and nobody wants me to cover a ceremony. So we figured that out tonight, which is just makes me very happy. So with that, we'll say we'll see you next week with Disney Our Dream. Tell Jeff and Angela you can't wait to see them, and leave a comment on the stream if you're watching the replay. You never know when a prize may come up. Good night, everybody.
Good night, y'all.
You got a smile that makes the sun rise. You make it shine. But I can see that you don't realize, and that's what made me fall in love. 'Cause you got a style, the way your body makes my heart beat sound. It's amazing all the time. You are the only thing I need in life. Oh, I want you. Can't you see? I want you. I believe, 'cause I want you here with me. I'm gonna go crazy. I'm gonna go crazy for love. I look at you, I know it's all